Hola.
Good afternoon, Professor Hu. My name is Dallas,
I'm Chan.
I'm Gabby.
and we are Team Woohoo! We just wanted to do a quick reflection on how we felt the semester went. We're going to start off with talking about how grateful we are that you taught Structures 2. We feel that Structures 1 and 2 went really well hand in hand, and we have a great understanding in general of structures. For Structures 2, I think I can speak for you guys as well, that we were really happy that we had the basis from Structures 1. It made a lot of the concepts a lot more easy to understand. So, other than that, do you guys have anything else to add?
Yeah, I think for me too, Structures 2 went a lot smoother than Structures 1 because we had the basis of sheer moment applied with the real life concepts, like with combining like materiality of different types of structure, and just all put that together. I think it's really useful information and very pertinent as architects, either within our studio projects or just in the real life applications. I was also able to identify different types of structure in real life buildings outside of architecture, so I thought that was really helpful to me.
Gabby?
I agree with what both of them said about having Structures 1 sort of serve as a foundation of what we learn in Structures 2. I think that people don't really realize how important structures is to architecture, and I definitely am seeing that now, going around our building and seeing all the thesis boards being put up and people really analyzing structure, and it's sort of the same ideas and sort of same methods and materials that we sort of learned in these classes, and it's just nice to see how they carried through. So
Yeah, and I think the success was mainly attributed to how understanding you were with us. A moment that really sticks out to me was that when you moved exam 2 until after spring break, that really helped a lot with making us focus on what we needed to know for the exam and really making us understand the concepts. If we took the exam beforehand, I feel that we would have all kind of just brushed on the subjects and then probably gone into exam 3 not knowing the contents from exam 2 that well at all. So we're really grateful for that as well.
Yeah, and going off of that, I just want to thank you for all the opportunities you've given us, whether it's with time management or just like different troubles we have with our homework and projects. I like the fact that you give us a variety of homework and projects, and it was kind of fun but kind of also hard at the same time, like trying to do them at the same time with my lovely group mates. I think for me personally, especially with these projects, I think that maybe the larger group size would have worked better, maybe like 4 or 5 people, just to like divvy up the workload and have a more efficient and just like a better presentation at the end.
Yeah, I think our group last year we had 4 people, and Chan was in my group also, so we had great chemistry, and Gabby too contributed a lot. But it always felt like we needed that extra opinion, that extra perspective to kind of keep us in check for if you were doing the assignment as effectively as you wanted it to be done. Yeah. So, in particular, I guess the origami assignment was something really, really fun, and it was challenging at the same time. And we thought that that project in particular was one that really kind of brought out the architecture side of us and the structure side of us as well. So that was a great combination of both. Making a poster for this one was pretty effective, and I felt that having that organized in a way that could be presented was really nice. Unfortunately though, it was kind of a time crunch to get the poster in, so if we had a little bit more time, I feel like we could have produced a even better poster. But overall, I'm really happy with what our group could pull together for that. So yeah.
yeah, I also enjoyed the origami project the most. I think it was the most applicable to studio, just to see design process and see where your thinking comes from. And my only, what I wish would have been improved upon was just the requirements in general. I like really enjoyed the project, but I think we lost points because we used too many sheets of paper, but barely like too many. And it was like little things like that that I wish that could have been a little bit more flexible based on what we were trying to achieve. But other than that, I think that was probably my favorite project that we did
It was
this semester.
fun. It was fun, and I really like the fact that it pushes our design thinking more, just outside of just paper and pencil drawing sketches, but you know, really integrating other types of art into architecture, and with that, and like biomimicry as well. I think it really ingrained in my brain, and every time I see something, I'm like, oh, how can that tie to architecture? You know, so that was very memorable, and just this whole opportunity for the course learning portfolio, and especially this video reflection, I think it really gives me a time to see how I've progressed through the semester, and how it's not just this semester, but how I can apply this information to future practices.
Yeah, kind of carrying off of that point, homework number 5 was one of those assignments that you could really apply to a building that we're all very familiar with, the architecture building. I feel that it would have been nice to have a bit more direction and a bit more orientation of how we were supposed to approach the problem. We found that the directions were sort of ambiguous, and it led to a lot of issues when doing the calculations. We felt that we weren't doing it correctly, and we always had to cross-reference with our TAs, and it seemed like we were just all kind of on different pages at this point. But overall, we ended up with a design, maybe not the most beautiful design, but enough, I feel, that we tackled the issue of providing an appropriate structure for the auditorium. But yeah, just for, I guess, future reference, homework 5 was one of those that was quite stressful, but definitely one of those that I think is necessary because it is the real world application, and we do need that in this class. So do you guys have any closing ideas, remarks you guys want to say?
Overall, thank you so much for these past 2 semesters. I think I've really taken away a lot, and I hope that we'll be able to work with you again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the past 2 structures courses and even methods and materials. It's been nice to sort of have the same professor with us along the entire journey. I also really appreciated working with you outside of structures as well, and I hope that I have more opportunities to take classes with you in the future.
Yeah, on the same note, I think we all enjoyed it very much, and we're really happy that you were able to be our teacher. Hopefully we can take some more classes, elective of yours as well. But in general, I think this semester was a success. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Woohoo!